First of all, thank you very much for being present here. It's really a pleasure to address to you. So, normal third Champions League match, group stage, home game. After the first two ones, we gonna approach this match naturally according to our ambitions. So since the first moment we arrived in the club, our clear intention was put everybody in the same line of thought, so that on Sunday obviously we can express the level of the game that we need and we want and will have in order to obviously get the 3 points, win and move forward on the group. Knowing anyway from the very beginning that this group is tough, so we have to prepare for the last days but looking for the next one. So next game, total focus. I feel the team completely focused, completely inside. So obvious ambitions, obvious confidence, and that's how we're gonna approach the game. And now the last game of preparation, let's say, that we are entering in terms of details, so that we are 100% ready for the preparation and for the game.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, no, it's an important game for us. It's a big one. We know we haven't had a good start to our campaign, but the mentality we have now is maybe we need a different approach compared to the seasons before, where by this stage we would have 6-1-6 and everything would be fine, but then the further we go into the competition we start dropping. So maybe this season it's going to work in our favor, where we start a bit slow and start picking up points, but we need to start picking up points now, and starting at home against Raja. It's not going to be easy, but it's our home game and we need the 3 points, and we're excited and we're looking forward to getting a good start.
Basically the intention from the very first moment was indeed to work on the way we want to express ourselves in the game. And also from the very first moment we understood there was a big acceptance regarding our ideas. Also anyway, the energy was so positive and has been so positive that it's quite easy for us to integrate ourselves. We were very well received, very well welcome, and being well welcome is go along with the work everybody together. So we felt that spirit from the very first moment. We felt that energy from all the family, the group, ourselves, and especially from the players. So a big commitment regarding the sessions. All the week long we've been working in exactly what you want to do in the different moments of the game, and obviously our proposal goes along with the qualities of our players, so we're trying to fit ourselves on them so that we have comfort when we're going to play, and also bring the players for the small details that we think can make us grow up on our performance. Obviously that's always the job and the aim of a coach, and that's why we are here, and we are pretty confident regarding that. We've been working very well, and as I said before, now let's go on the small details so that strategically also we are well prepared for the match of tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously it's been an interesting week with Mamelodi Sundowns. Obviously we've lost technical members that were here for a long time, but we've gained new technical members now, and we need to be professional, and that's exactly what we've had. The senior players, we had to let everyone settle down and be calm, and welcome obviously the technical team with open arms, and they got a warm reception, and you can see the energy is there in the team. Everyone is happy, the spirits are up, and yeah, we're looking forward to the game. We're looking to get the new tenor up and going, and yeah, it's been good. There's been a lot of energy, there's been excitement, and we're looking forward to the game on Sunday.
When you think about ambition, is a team that obviously wants to win every match and everywhere, want to impose itself everywhere. We know which level of games we are planning obviously. We know the level of the teams that play Champions League in this moment. So with the biggest respect for every opponent, we should take ourselves on the limit, because our limit is where we should play every time. So there's this work on the motivational aspect, and the way we got feedbacks allow us to think that we'll arrive on this game, obviously on the limit that we had for the moment. And I'm quite confident and quite happy with the work we did, so we will express in the right way for sure in the match. Anyway, we expect a tough match, as Rosa said. Obviously, it's the level of matches we have, but also me as a coach, my staff, as a coaching staff and the players and the club, of course, those are the kind of matches we like to play. So these are the kind of moments we like to live. That's for those moments we work. So now it's time not really to enjoy, but also to go there in the right way, approach in the right way, and profit from that attitude. So that's what you should expect in a regular basis from this team, is to put it in a level of ambition and the limit. And then give them the tools so that they can express that ambition throughout behaviors. And that's what we've been working all the week on, the behaviors, so that they get comfort and ourselves, and then that we give them the tools to make the decisions. Because as I tell the players, I don't play football, I just provide tools. And then, according to what's happening in the game, they will use them. And I'll support, obviously, and I'll support.
Obviously, it's not easy. It's difficult because we get attached, and at Sundowns, the first thing is the brotherhood and the family. We obviously want that family orientation, and when we lose certain family members, it's not easy, But being in the sporting world, in the football, that's our job, and we need to be professional. And the guys have taken, in the beginning it was tough. But the guys know that they have a job to do, and that's for Mamelodi Sundowns to be at the best level possible each and every day. And we can't question the decisions. We just have to do what we can, which is play football, be the best, and take Mamelodi Sundowns up to the level that it should be.
In Tunisia, never a foreign coach had arrived on the final of Champions League, and I did it. So no one have ever won a 8-0 match, and we did it, so we established a record. No one ever had a ball possession match like we did last year in Champions League group stage, a home game against our second bosses. Look, I don't think about what happened in the past. I look forward for the future. I'm not comfortable never on the zone where I am. I like to go out of the comfort zone and express myself and take along the team to the next level. We should think forward and not stay attached to what's happened behind. We don't work for records. We dream alone, but we work for the dreams to make them true together. I don't like dreamers, I like objective people that works hard to make these dreams objectives and then go forward on them. So let's day by day work in our best so that new things happen. Obviously this club has high records. And you respect that heritage. We understand that heritage, but we won't be part of it. And we want to grow up, to make our own history, and making it is every day going in the standards that the club has, and be loyal to them and to ourselves, to myself, and things will happen in a natural way. That's how things ever happen about me.
It was small little things. Coach came in and said, he's not going to change much, because we have a way of playing, and there's just small things that we need to change and that he will work on. And in the last 3 days, that's exactly what we've been doing, is working, trying to polish, the way of playing, our defensive, our attack, and just being one team, and obviously coach has watched 1 million of our games, and he knows how we play, having analyzed us when we played against him, so he knows the qualities that we have, but he's coming with his qualities as well, and his ideas, and the players are taking a good, keen interest on it. You can see the level of training is good. The guys are understanding the work, and hopefully, on Sunday, we can show the work that we've done in a short space of time.
We had to pick the team from the point where it was and sharpen it, polish it, in order to obviously come closer to what we want, but starting from where is the comfort and never getting out of the comfort. One thing is to get out of the comfort zone, another thing is take the players out of their own comfort in terms of their capacities individually, but also bring those to the team so that as a team we grow, but each one can express their best things. Regarding my week, my God, what a week. Not a lot of time. Today I had received a message from my brother telling me, I know you don't have no time, don't worry about me, any moment you have a time, you'll speak. Something like, I know you didn't forget me, I'm here anyway, thinking about you. Very tough. Yes, all days, 9 o'clock I left the training center. So I left every time under rain. I hope we are blessed because of the rain. So as you know, it rains quite late here, so you imagine the hours I got out, immediately for dinner and still work after. But excited about that, excited. That's what we love, that's what drives us. Regarding the opponent, obviously during this period we had time to look. It's an opponent that has value, otherwise he'll not be playing this level and the group stage of Champions League. They play in a tough competition, Botola Pro League. They have their qualities. It's up to us to analyze, obviously, the details from which we can take profit and the other ones that we need to take care. But it's a moment where we should think about ourselves most of all. And we'll do it throughout our way, because I believe that we have enough capacities to impose, but I also believe that we are clever enough to understand who are we gonna play against every time, and to also polish on that side, strategical side of the game. That's what we're doing, and tomorrow we'll continue on the small details that are important, obviously.
Unbelievable achievement, personal achievement, but obviously I couldn't have done it by myself. The amount of clean sheets we've had over the last year is testament to the work that we've done. Not only myself, collective, the amount of work that we do in this boardroom, analyzing opponents, studying opponents, so their strengths and weaknesses, plays a part. I'm just glad and happy, that I'm representing, South Africa, and, hopefully I can inspire, the next generation, even the current generation, to dream big. Yeah, someone, who didn't always have it smoothly, but now he's been nominated, the best keepers in the world, and now in Africa as well. So this needs to obviously open doors for the others to even dream bigger, to go and win it, because we can do it. If we have the right mindset, if we fight, if we persevere, because I had to persevere throughout my career, and now I'm, bearing all the fruits of the hard labor that I had to go through. So for me, unbelievable, amazing, and the coach can attest, how the WhatsApp group was going off yesterday. So many messages, everyone happy and excited. So yeah, I'm just glad. I'm happy to be amongst the greats, and for me, I'm already a winner. Just being there, and I mean, the world stars, and for Ronwen Williams from Port Elizabeth, South Africa, being there as a goalkeeper, it speaks volumes. So just need to keep believing, keep going, and hopefully inspire South Africans to be even bigger and stay on that stage.
First of all, publicly, obviously, salute Ronwen and congratulate him for these nominations, and also, as he said, make everybody believe that hard work pays off, because the things doesn't come out from the sky, despite rain in South African summer. Hard rain. But blessed one that also brings people that can achieve this pattern of performance. It's inspiring. It's, for me as a coach, it's wonderful. We are speaking about a high-level goalkeeper, but also about a high-level person and a leader in the group. So this is also important for us to understand what kind of values people have when they achieve this level. Because it's not just because he's a good goalkeeper or a good player, it's also because he's a very huge man. And that lead him to achieve a career. Because in the right moment he had the right thoughts that allow him to persevere, as he said, because it's very difficult to not be able to sustain it so long. Like Dan is also another example of that in our group. So we are very happy about this kind of character. Because this kind of character is the character that leads the team to victories in a regular way. We spoke here about perfection, but we also spoke about constance when we were on the press conference. And he's an example of that perseverance as a constant attitude, and not just because he sometimes is perfect. He tries to beat you on a regular basis and he achieves it. So this is the attitude that we were speaking about that can lead us to victories. And regarding the question, obviously that I knew the players. I had also time to study on them even more. Obviously also I have an idea about the team that will start the game. The question is that I also know that we have solutions that can help the team any moment. Unfortunately, we have players that are injured and that cannot do their best or they cannot contribute for the team, but at the same time I feel very happy that we have a very strong group of players, and then when someone falls there's another one very strong that gets up. And also that attitude we need it in a game, so that we can play the football that we want. Going to your question again, we want to impose ourselves, and the team that wants to impose is a team that wants to have control of the game with the ball, obviously. But we don't want the ball to just get around, because that's what we do before we start the session, or in the end we can joke with the ball and have fun. We want to quickly move the ball on the pitch so that we find the spaces that allow us to attack and reach on the goal and be offensive and be aggressive. Depending on the positioning of the opponent and the way they play and their organization, sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it's quicker. Let's hope we can make it quick and understand the spaces, but let's hope we have the patience when we don't have spaces to create them, so that we can be also a team that controls the game with the ball, but also we have enough organization to control the games when we don't have the ball. That's what we want from our team. Not stress without the ball, but also not stress with the ball, and from that profit of the moments that the game will give us for sure. Because these games, they come from details. We need to be ready for that details. It's such a wonderful organization, the club, that it's quite simple to work. So it was very simple to adapt. Obviously, I had to make in the first day meetings with people from all departments, so that I could, in the first moment, understand the model of work that was here in the club, and if there was some details that I would have to put in the table so that we could adjust, I did it. So first day, first afternoon after the presentation was full day till 9 o'clock, always on meetings with different people. So second day we could already think about football, more concrete, and that's what we did starting from the second day, just working on football. And that allowed us obviously to have time to think about Raja Casablanca, but most of all to think about ourselves, as I said before. The group is tough. I believe the group will be tough until the end, but it's up to us to make our position as much as comfortable, as quick as possible, respecting the opponents like Raja, like Far, or like Maniema, like we respect ourselves. It's not because we should not respect the other ones more than we should respect ourselves. So let's go on worrying about ourselves, putting our best and respecting what the others can do, not believing it will be an easy job, but believing that we can do it. Because I truly believe we can do it. Extra work on preparing training sessions. Extra work. It's more tough. It's more tough, it takes more time, needs more attention. Mostly because I worry, and I know that the players that when I make situations of 10 against 10, for example, there's a huge group of players that are not involved. So I need at the same time that I have 10 against 10, for example, whatever kind of style of work it is, I also provide the other ones a similar work. Anyway, we need to understand that this week we had an normal week for the club. We will start from after the game with Raja, we'll start to have weeks of or cycles of work, micro cycles of 3-4 days. So there will be people recovering and people that can train. It will make it easier in a regular basis. Anyway, I also found here an attitude that I really praise, because it's already a mindset inside of the club and inside of the players that they also understand that the group is big and they respect the coach, because I cannot make miracles and change the rules of the game. So when I work on 10-10, I cannot put 12 or 14 players, I just need to put 10-10 because it's the rules. So it's not my decision, it's a natural decision that sometimes I do. Sometimes we rotate 3 teams, sometimes we change players from positions, and sometimes we put a group of players working on the side. Like, for example, tomorrow we'll have a group of players that we'll have in a friendly match of the second team, to have the chance to provide them some game time, so that after tomorrow we can already continue to work with them. So we manage the group, we manage in a proper way. But I also really praise, I want to refer again, the attitude of the players, because sometimes I already saw groups where you have 2-3 players that are not on these 10-10 situations, and the attitude is much worse than the ones that I got now from 10 players. So let's move forward. I'm happy. I like to have captains that have the profile, obviously, to help the coach to lead the team in terms of leadership, in terms of helping the team inside the pitch regarding behaviors. And I'm speaking about normal behaviors as a player, but on the relation between themselves and the opponents and the referees, but also the behaviors we want the team to have in a constant way. But I like much more also that every player has the attitude of a captain. You understand what I mean? Is that everybody takes that responsibility on the hands, so that the captain is just one more and not the captain itself. Because I believe the players can do it if we work on a collective attitude. Because when there's an intervention from the captain or one of the captains, meaning Temba, or Dennis, or Honza, or Teboho, it's because they want to shape the character of the group. So if the character is already shaped, they don't need to intervene. So it means that everybody can have the right attitude. And sometimes we just highlight the approach on a certain moment. And then there are tasks natural from the captain, like decide small things between the players themselves, even some of them that I don't even know because I don't enter their locker room. I respect their privacy. But we are so close. It has been very simple, very, very simple to address to all of them. And Temba keeps close to us. Even today we had the presence of Mabena, of Temba, because we welcomed a young boy that is a big fan from Honza, and unfortunately he's suffering from cancer. And we invited him to be among us and to pray in the beginning of the training session with us, so that we could give him some extra energy to fight this disease, obviously. And so we have the captains with us always. We have the injured players with us. And I see this joy from everybody. Temba today he was dancing in the middle before we prayed. He even tried to make it. Yeah, they also made me dance yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Yes, it's good. Yes, I'm not that kind of guy, but I try my best. And I promised them that if we win Sunday, I'll dance again for them. So that's great.